I'm going to take a quick second to show you modifying the plastic you tie on. And what I mean by that is we oftentimes grab plastics out of the bag. This happens to be your Mackie Draggy, very popular bait for crappies, bluegills, you name it, a variety of species. And it's just on a standard drop XL jig. And what I want to touch on quickly is, don't judge a book by its cover. And what I mean by that is you put the Draggy on and you're looking for a larger profile bait that actually has a little more draft in the water, so it's going to be slower falling. Those are the reasons you pick a creature bait like a Draggy or the Mackie plastic, or even maybe an XL Jamie. But if that's not getting the fish to go, what do we oftentimes do? We rip that bait off, throw a new one on, and give it a shot. And that might be the trick sometimes, but what I encourage you to do is, you can see again, like I said, it's got that large profile Draggy in the water. And if they're coming up, use your Vexilar as your strike and your mood indicator. So if fish comes in fast, they halt, they don't take the bait, and they disappear. What that tells me is that they like what I did to get them there, but when they got there to kind of inspect the bait, it might have turned them off. It might have did something not, I don't want to say unnatural, but something they didn't want to eat. So what I do in that situation is I don't really drastically change what I'm fishing. I go in and I pop these side feelers off. You can toss those in the bottom of the fish trap, and now you have just a little dangly flick tail. You can see I'm barely moving that, and it's just dancing all over the place. So now what I do is I deploy that back in the water, try and imitate the exact same jigging sequence, see if the fish comes in hot again and wants to take that bait. Because oftentimes what happens is I triggered him by the action I'm deploying. That's what got him there. They see something different, a little more tantalizing, try to stop that from moving under the water, and that weary bluegill, that finicky crappie, that fussy perch is going to come up and suck that thing in. It's less for them to grab as well when they're raking it in through their gill rakers to suck that water from the surrounding area. So give that a shot if you haven't got the fish to bite before you discard the plastic you have on. So quick simple tip to modify your plastic to get more bites and trigger some of those more negative fish. So use your Vexilar to determine the mood of the fish, and then from there dictate what happens. If that doesn't work, then it might be time to pull the plastic off, try a different color, try something different, try a lighter jig, slower fall, different jig and sequence. But before you throw away the book, try a different page.